Hey, ladies, welcome to Unpacking Mama's Bag, the podcast where we unzip the chaos, shake out the crumbs, laugh at the crazy, and pray through the rest. I'm your host, Tonya Adams, just another mother out here trying to raise babies, hold down a marriage, chase my purpose, and not lose my mind in the school pickup line. This space right here is just for the mothers out there who are carrying it all, from diapers to doubt, lipstick, laundry lists, and the silent prayers you don't even have the words for. We're going to talk about marriage, motherhood, meltdowns, and we're going to do it with honesty, some humor, and a whole lot of grace. So if you ever cried in the shower, or hid in the pantry with snacks, or said, Lord, help me at least 3 times before noon, then girl, you're in the right place. So grab yourself some tea or a glass of wine, and let's unpack this bag. We're going to heal and grow all together. Hey y'all, I am Sakia Adams, and this is Unpacking's Mama's Bag. Today we're going to have real talk, talking about kids, meltdowns, chaos, and a little bit of Jesus to help get us through. And today I'm unpacking with Miss Tonya Mitchell. Welcome. Hi. All right. So we're going to jump right in, Tonya. I just want to know, can you tell me a little bit about your mom's journey and who's in your bag?
A mom's journey. 6 kids.
Mm,
I don't know. I mean, my mom's journey have had its ups and downs.
okay.
Being that, starting off with just being a teen mom and
Mm-hmm.
having to go through you know, being told that you're let down because you are having a baby out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be doing this by yourself. So it starts off as a teen, and then you you battle those thoughts
Mm-hmm.
of being told that you're not going to amount to nothing, not going to have nothing or be nothing, and you battle those thoughts, and in the process of battling those thoughts, you want to prove everybody wrong.
Mm. Okay.
So it all ends up becoming an emotional mental game with yourself,
Mm. Okay.
trying to prove everybody wrong. And knowing that you try to, as a teen, when you have a baby, your focus is teaching your kid opposite. Oh, I'm not gonna raise my kids like I was raised. I'm
Mm.
not gonna do my children like I did, like I was done. I'm gonna make sure my kids know. And in the end, it it backfires on you, but then it doesn't.
Mm.
And what I mean is, like I taught my kids, my older 3 children, to be more independent,
Mm.
to go for what they want, and to be able to financially take care of themselves without asking anybody for anything. But
Okay.
they felt like I was the worst mom in the world because I wasn't catering to the well, my friend have, and I want this, or you know,
Mm-hmm.
Marlon thought he felt like because he went to Wilson that he's supposed to have the life that those kids have. And I had to tell him, you don't know what them kids going through behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
What you see them, so what? They got nannies and they travel the world all year. So what? But you don't know what mentally and emotionally they're going through.
Okay.
Because everything have a price.
Right. All right. So
You know,
I get it. So you have a total of 6 kids. Like, what are their age ranges?
yeah. Ages now 32, 31, 24, 25, 10, and 11. 11 and 10.
Okay, so there's a big gap in between there. So, what is one moment of motherhood that made you laugh or cry, or even both?
About motherhood, I think
Mm-hmm.
what makes me laugh and cry is the gap. It's the age gap. It's the age
Okay, yeah, that's a big gap you got there.
gap. Yes, it's the age. And I say that because, when I look at Kyrie, I'm like, he's 25.
Mm.
Like, yes, I'm done. I ain't gotta worry about no kid. And then one of them little ones come around that corner, mama, mama. You're like, dang, I did start all over. And then it doesn't hit you until they get older.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they're babies, you're like, oh, it's okay. It's just so cute. I can't believe it. Ooh. Blessing. That's the word I got tired of hearing. Oh, it's a blessing. This is such a blessing. For who? For who? A
For
blessing for who?
you, it was a blessing for you.
It's not a blessing. It's not a blessing because now they fight all day. It's not a blessing. Now, what was cute when they was a baby, it was cute when they was a baby
Mm-hmm.
because, one would cry, one would be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I had Glenn. He was running around and he started walking and he was walking at 8 months. So,
Okay.
you know, I was cool. I was like, okay. And then stuff hit the fan. I had postpartum depression,
Oh wow. Mm-hmm.
because it seemed like I felt like I was going backwards.
Oh.
So, because their dad and we went our separate ways when the twins were 4 months old, 3 or 4 months old. And so, what I mean? It was like, okay, here I am again, single, by myself, with 3 kids. So I felt like I was going backwards, and it ended up putting me into a depression.
Mm.
And so everything went downhill.
Mm-hmm.
And then it took so long for me to pull myself out of it and not realizing, first of all, I had to accept that everything that had happened in my life was on me. And so when my kids went in the system, that was on me.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting the help that I needed to get and accepting the fact that I had to that it's okay
Mm-hmm.
to need mental help. That it's okay. And that is nothing wrong with needing to talk to someone professional about what's going on. That is all right.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got over that, then I was able to get to the next steps of, and I wouldn't even say recovery, but being able to know my triggers, knowing what I need to do to make myself better
Mm-hmm.
before I get to the point where I'm not better.
Right.
I call them episodes. Everybody call them something different, but I call them episodes. And you just have those moments where you just don't want to do nothing but sleep. Some
Mm-hmm.
people just want to sleep. Some people just want to eat. Some people want to be out in the street. Some
Mm-hmm.
people want to be on their back. It just
Yeah.
depends on your triggers and how
Okay.
you address them.
All right.
For me, I've always ate to my feelings.
Mm.
And when I say I've always eaten to my feelings, I've always eaten to my feelings. And I'm not really like, it's not like a it's When I say eat to my feelings, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go in the kitchen, I'm gonna cook up a storm. No, I'm going to the buffet, or I'm gonna order something, and that's what we're gonna do. And
Mhm.
so learning that food is not a trigger, but it's a coping mechanism was able to get me to start looking at me and looking at myself differently.
Mm.
Moving helped me to see myself differently
Okay.
because when I was in Southwest, my place ended up getting rat infested,
Mm.
mouse infested,
Mm.
bug infested because and then it just made it worse. It made my depression worse because I was too scared to go out of my room. When I went in the bathroom, it was to go to the bathroom and run out because it was coming from under the sink. And I mean, it was just bad. They was trying to get through the wall and a tub, and it was just really, really bad. And I found myself accepting it.
Mm.
I found myself accepting it. And to me, that was a low point for myself. I really was
Okay.
like, okay, if is this how I gotta live, you know? And then it took for Mom to come over there and say, "Mom, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Mm.
I don't know who you're not living like this. Do they know? Do the rental office know?" I'm like, "Yeah, they know." Nah, you're not living like this. And he like, "Mom, how you let yourself live like that?" And I said, "Pride and embarrassment. More embarrassment than anything. I was embarrassed. Like
Mm.
you're in, you become embarrassed asking for help."
Mm. So you speak a lot about mental health, and it seems like the main thing that you focused on that kind of helped you get through it was actually your older kids coming in and saying, "Mom, you don't have to live like this. You don't need to live like this." What advice would you give, say, like a young mother today that may be in your situation and don't have an older child that can speak to her? What words of encouragement would you give to her?
Prayer,
Mm-hmm.
prayer, prayer. I've noticed as I've gotten older that I pray more now, and
Mm.
that my belief in a higher power has gotten stronger than when I was younger.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when our Diane died, it was it just felt like whatever she did was now gone. So
Mm.
it was like this
This,
shield.
yeah, okay.
You could feel like this wall coming down, and it's so weird. It sounds off, but it's like it felt like this shield of protection
Mm-hmm.
that was there is now gone. Like I could feel it like dwindling day by day. Because after her death, it seemed like everything started like dominoes.
Right.
It was like dominoes, stuff started falling apart, and then once I started to come into my own belief, my own prayer, and we end up, moving. And then when I moved out here, everything really started to rebuild and, praying. And I noticed, I'm losing weight,
Good.
just,
Good job. That's a hard hurdle in itself. I completely understand.
I'm losing. And it's like, wow, because it's really seeing everything come together in a better light and accepting it. It's all about accepting. And the only thing I can do is, and the only thing I can tell somebody that, to keep their head high and to keep fighting, keep praying, because it does get better. It does get better.
And that it does. I mean, Each of us, each mama I know, we got some story to tell that will shock anybody. But like, I do applaud you for finding your way in the midst of it all by still maintaining your faith, even though you feel like your backbone, your protection is gone. You're still holding on. You're still raising your kids. You're still moving. And I just want to applaud you for that. Because if don't nobody else tell you, mama, you are doing a wonderful job. So keep up the good work. All right. And then like it's just encouraging to know that even though sometimes we get down in life, no matter how low we get, no matter how far down we go, we always know that in prayer we can get through anything. I'm a firm believer that God will see us through it all. The same way He saw you through it, He will see us through it. And any younger woman out there who's going through it, just hold on to your faith and you'll get through it. So I want to just ask you one more question. What is something that you wish was talked about more openly when you were having kids? Something that you needed to be discussed that you didn't have back then, but you wish somebody would have talked to you about it.
That I didn't have back then. Oh man. The understanding of putting my pride aside,
Mm,
knowing what that meant, and living by that, putting my pride aside, and that asking for help is okay. If I knew that then,
it would have been different, huh?
definitely you can get the things that you wanted done. Asking for
Right.
help.
And I think
You know.
in our culture, it is put upon us to where, especially our generation, we were told what happens in our house stays in our house. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't like you
Right.
were
Yeah.
brought up saying, okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna go and ask this
They,
person for help because
right.
we didn't
And
have that. We were
and
told
then
what happens stays
yeah.
here.
And that's the thing because in a black home, the main thing is what not only what goes on in the house stays in the house, but you're not supposed to voice your opinion as a child. And they don't believe it's in a black household, it's no such a thing as mental illness. You just need your butt and go sit down.
Everything can be solved with a butt whooping. Some things you're gonna have to talk about. But that is so true. And I think as a as we're
Yeah.
raising this new generation, we're kind of seeing where our parents may have left out. So we're trying to do things differently. Like I teach my kids to, to talk to, especially talk to me. Like if
And
you
it's
can't
so
talk to
good
nobody,
because
talk to me.
right, because my older kids, oh, I'm gonna knock you down. And the younger ones is more like you need a timeout, get in the corner. It's so funny. And my older kids like, wait a minute, what
You didn't do that with me. I get
and
it. I
wait a
understand it.
minute. Yeah, it's like hold on. And it's so and when I see them now as parents themselves, my older two, as I see them as parents, it's so funny because they're more strict and stern like I
Then you
was.
were.
You know what I mean? But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they say I was a bad mom. Like, mom, you really was a bad mom for real because you was like abusive. I was abusive, is what they say. You was abusive. Why? Because you got your butt whooped. Well, next time I'll just let you stick your finger in the outlet and get electrocuted. Okay, I'll let you run across the street without holding my hand and get hit by a car. And they
Hmm.
like, well, I'll let you throw chairs in school, act a fool, and see how you turn out. I'll do that since I'm such a bad mom. And here they are. Fuck is all I do.
Mm.
Fuck is all I do. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I remember you told me I was, but here you don't even let your, and especially Marlon, he don't let Marley do nothing. He don't let her do nothing. It's like she can't have no candy, no, no, nothing, nothing. And I'm like, oh, if she come over here, she gonna get some candy, cause that's what grandmothers are supposed to do. I'm supposed to give her everything that she not gonna get at home.
Mhm.
Everything that she not eating at home, I'm supposed to give her. Cookies, cakes, pies, all of that. She knows she can get at Mimo house. And
Oh.
she's 5. And she knows she can get that at Mimo house. And Trey and her 3. Them 3 the same way. I'm going to Mimo house. I know she got snacks. I'm gonna give me some snacks. And Trey, she get him snacks and all that kind of stuff, just not all the time. And their thing is, Trey takes them everywhere. They go places, they're never home. And I told her, they're gonna get tired of that. I said, some kids just want to be in the house. Now my granddaughter Peyton, she wants to be in the house. So I'm coming over me my house because she know I ain't going nowhere. She know I'm not going nowhere. So she know she gonna sit in there and chill out and be on her phone all day, all she want. We ain't going nowhere. If we do, it'll be a blue moon. I'm not going nowhere. It's too hot for all that food.
Yeah, I get it because my kids say the same thing now that I'm a grandma too. So that they're always talking about how I guess softer now than I was before. I don't think there's a difference. But if my
Yeah.
grandbaby wants pizza,
Hmm.
then grandma gonna get him some pizza. Like,
Yes, indeed. I've been told that too. Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How come? Wait. How come she get to say and they get to do? Oh, that could have been us. That could have been me. Oh, I, look. That's your job to
hmm
discipline. Not mine. I'm supposed to do what y'all won't do. Whatever y'all give them and don't give them, I'm supposed to give them and give them. Now, just don't put your hands on my grandbaby. That's all I say. They better not
uh,
cry. They better not. I better not hear him crying. I better not hear him crying. I better not hear him crying. But my
no.
granddaughter, my youngest, Marley, she's a 30-year-old in a 5-year-old body. Cause you can't tell her nothing. She told Marlon, "That's your mother." She said, "Hold on, wait a minute. That's your mother. Don't be talking to your mother like that. You being disrespectful."
See, out of the mouth of babes, it'll come back on them
At
real quick.
5, she told him
It'll
that,
come
and
back
she's
on them real
5,
quick.
and all he could say was, "Okay."
Well, tell me what she said was wrong.
Yeah, he couldn't say
Exactly.
nothing but okay. And he like, "Mom, what I said, let me tell you something. She's nothing but you and her mama over again. So everything you give me and gave me, she gonna give you 50 times worse." And that's
Oh
just
my
something that about
goodness.
Trey. Oh, Trey ain't nothing but you all over again. And I believe it. Oh, and I got another one too. That's me all over again.
Just a younger generation one.
And I said to myself, I did not want no more girls. I was like, Trey is enough. One girl is enough. I don't want no more girls. And I ended up with one more. I guess the Lord said, you could deal with one more. You could take one more. Uh, because she is a
Oh.
mix of me and her dad.
All right. So I want to thank you
That's
again,
a
Tonya,
lot.
for
A
being
lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Look,
don't
so lot,
unpack his mom.
nothing. Girl, she's a lot. Love her dearly. She's a lot. She's a lot. That's why. That's
Okay.
why I say. This is why I say now. I say you have to. You have to give a man an application to become your man because you need to do background checks on every part of his family. You need to know everybody in his family. You need to know his mama side, his daddy side, cousin side. You need to know everybody's side
Full background check.
because you don't know what you're getting.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you again, Tonya, for joining us today on Unpacking Mama's Bag. Um, I do appreciate you coming on. I ask the Lord to continue to bless you and your family, to keep lifting you up and encouraging you, to cover you and your kids as you go through your journey. May your steps be ordered by Him. In Jesus' name, amen. Um, do you have any final words for our guests out there before we go?
Only thing I can say is keep living and keep praying.
All right, that's it for now, mamas. Thank you for unpacking with me. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and come back for more real talk and laughs. A little prayer, and we're going to keep on loving on each other. Again, thank you for joining.